Margaret's acting reel. Hey, welcome to the new-ish kind of format to Jinx Films Weekly, issue number 86. And you'll notice, yeah, we're kind of forging a new path, you know, taking on or getting rid of that in unison style, all lowercase to stress kind of font, and now kind of establishing a little bit of like a professional magazine kind of appearance. So this new format is designed to kind of streamline things a little bit more, kind of condense and consolidate some departments that we usually cover, and just have maybe a little bit, there may be shows as work increases, shows on the fly, or very super short shows with just covers. So let's kind of take a look at kind of the weekly show now. Is going to be broken down into cover stories, and we have the lovely Stephanie Bailey. She's on the first two covers this week and last week. But you'll notice on the covers are kind of the three major stories, and so if there isn't necessarily a show proper, like with me speaking, there'll be still those points to cover on the magazine cover. And on top of that, a weekly spotlight. So I'm definitely taking some more suggestions. Margaret McCabe-Janicki and Stephanie Bailey are the first two in the spotlight. And if you noticed last week, we had Margaret's acting reel as something extra put on there if you're subscribed to the weekly email. And then Stephanie Bailey's in the spotlight. We put her formal website and her YouTube channel on the weekly email too. So anyone you want to shout out, I've got a couple ideas for the next couple weeks to be featured on JJ's Films Weekly Spotlight. But definitely send me some recommendations, that way I can get you guys in there individually. And then finally, JJ's Films Weekly, there's the Wanted section. So it kind of puts everything, movie picks of the week, upcoming roles, and upcoming things on a really fast calendar. So some of the upcoming things. So Wanted is one of what we would kind of wrap up the episode with. Whereas cover stories would be what we lead in and spend most of the time on. So the biggest news obviously is Out of My Dreams. So Stephanie Bailey's made it the past 2 weeks on the covers, and how she's just anxious. So I know this has been going on for years. This has been formulating for years now for Stephanie. So I was fortunate enough to be part of her vision for this, and everything appears to be that we're still going to release it this Sunday night. Not sure exactly what time. But the final version you kind of saw in the opener. Those were some of the finer or the final color specs. I was just really excited to a chance to work on this with her. So I think it looks great. She's very happy with it. It does veer a little bit off of her initial vision, but you know, it still represents her very well. And a couple weeks ago we talked about chapter 1 being pushed back to Valentine's 2025. Best case scenario, we're teasing a teaser trailer for chapter 1 before the Legends of Burkittsville finale. But veering off of that is this week's cover. One of this week's cover stories is the special that's coming out Friday the 13th of September. It is going to be a kind of guided story so far to kind of get you pumped up for the finale. Even at the end, I'll leave it kind of open to see what would be your theory of how this trilogy is going to end. I'll give away some spoilers of the story elements inside, but I have finished the first script. It's 15 pages, and it's going to be over really fast. So Legends of Burkittsville, formerly called Cassette 2, will be the final chapter in the Lonnie Gelram trilogy of the Legends of Burkittsville series. So what the special on the Friday the 13th is going to be is kind of formerly long titled Saga of the Blair Witch, the Lonnie Gelram trilogy, something like that. And it's going to go over kind of, from my point of view as the author of the trilogy, how it connects with the original Blair Witch Project and to the lore and the intentions of the original filmmakers at that time. You know, whether they think one thing about it now, just enough of the research and kind of reading over their interviews and behind the scenes literature on the Blair Witch Project of what they were kind of going for as they were making it, and that way Legends of Burkittsville can kind of infuse into that style instead of looking back, you know, 25 years later they might not even remember what their intention was at the time of filming in 1997. So what I will do is put my 2 cents into it and kind of give you the very intricate but very brief where the lore originated from in terms of my story, going back to a Native American curse. So this movie, or at least The Legends of Burkittsville, ties into a long stretch of generations and hundreds of years of curses. But it'll kind of streamline into that, and then kind of get detailed on story elements of 3 days before I left, and then kind of a really brief Cliff's Notes of the original Blair Witch Project, and then quick recap of 98 Dead Tapes, and kind of leave you right at that cliffhanger where 98 Dead Tapes left us to go into Legends of Burkittsville Cassette 2, which is still slated to film in late September, early October for that October 25th release. And lastly on the cover stories was filming with Wise Men Production. So last Saturday, it was the first day on set for me, and did some behind the scenes. I chopped a little bit of video for them, and it went really smooth. Both 2 days. I believe I have 6 more filming days left in my character role, but it's going to be an interesting story, especially going back and forth. You'll see what I mean. It's a very to the point movie, and the message should get you talking, that kind of thing. This was more of an abbreviated version of how the show is going to go. You'll see the cover stories, our Spotlight edition, and the Wanted section. So this week, very fast, kind of go through. Like I said, the episodes could be on the fly soon, where it's just really brief and we just kind of touch the cover stories or bring someone to the spotlight with just some fancy cover art. But we do want to close this special, this edition out with an Out of My Dream special here, some bloopers from behind the scenes. It feels like it was more than 2 months ago, but from what we shot earlier this summer, some behind the scenes and some funny outtakes from Out of My Dreams. Okay.
What was that?
I pressed play and then it went to it didn't stay.
Hey, Rachel, what is that?
Yeah, Rachel, what is that?
I don't know. I was like, I do not know what this is. I couldn't tell you.
Hold on to this, so just probably more of a nod, like yes, try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm embarrassed. Okay, I'm blushing.
Yeah, you're good. We got it out. We got this raw reaction out of like, yeah, this is real acting. Cool. And that'll pretty much do it for this week. I do want to just say thank you to Stephanie Bailey for the partnership on this. And we're almost ready to send this thing home. Of course, the Pennsylvania Renn Fair starts this week, so we'll keep you updated on that. It's just going to be a great time to kind of just have fun at work, and then the people that I'll meet, they'll be probably future Spotlight people, future connections, and just a whole lot more. So I'm super excited for that, and then I'll catch you next time.